welcome back to my channel. My name is Alice. So today we're going to make a simple video about how to make wax melts at home. So for those who don't know, wax melts is like sister product to candle. It doesn't have any wick, it doesn't have flame. And you simply just put cubes of the wax melt inside a candle warmer and just let it evaporate and having the scents around your home. So I've been making some wax melts and they look like this. So it usually comes in 6 cubes, and depending on how big your space is, you put a couple of these, you break it and then put a couple of these into the candle warmer. So since Valentine's Day is coming soon, I'm going to make some special wax melts. So let's get started. So first thing first, I will put on my candle project apron. That will help me to avoid any potential spill or wax getting on my body. So that's the first thing I will do. So I already prepped my workstation here. I have a pretty small apartment, so my workstation is relatively small. So I like to keep everything super organized. So right here, I have the craft paper already set out with green tape, so it doesn't get any spill on the table, or even if it does, it's not going to be like all over the table. So here's going to be where I'm going to measure my fragrance oil and do the pouring. Then next we're going to gather all of the necessary ingredients. I got the wax right here. This is TW30 from California Candle Supply. I really like this tart wax. It is a all-natural soy tart wax made specifically for wax melts or wax tarts. When you're choosing your wax, make sure that you are using something that is specifically for wax melts and wax tart and not container wax. And then I have the fragrance oils right here. Just to be fun, I'm not going to review the scents for these fragrance oil, but I am going to make 3 different sets of scented wax melts. I got my fragrance oil from Candle Science and Nature's Garden. And then for measuring the fragrance oil, I am using the silicone measuring cup. These little cups are super helpful and I really like them, and I believe I got them from Amazon. And then for measuring the fragrance oil, we need scale. I actually use 2 scales. One is for the fragrance oil and one is for wax. This one right here on the left, this is a pocket digital scale. It goes to 0.01 gram, I believe, and it is perfect for fragrance oil. And then the kitchen scale, I've been using that for the wax. One thing to note is that when measuring things in the candle world, we are going by the weight and not the volume. So I usually use gram when I'm measuring fragrance oil as well as for the wax. So that's everything that we need for making wax melts. Oh wait, I forgot one thing. What else do we need? Well, we need something to hold the wax melt. Clamshell. Okay, there we go. These are my new order heart-shaped clamshell. Look at this. Oh, love it, love it, love it, guys. I've been using the regular clamshell, but these ones are really cute. They have 6 heart shape. Look at this. Isn't it lovely? Yay! Okay, so let's do this. So first step, we're going to measure some wax. I'm going to hear it. Okay, so this is good to go. So for this batch, I will need 255.4 grams of wax. So I have a bit too much, so I'm going to take out some. Okay, so this looks good. Now we're going to go measuring the fragrance oil. Okay, so we have the scale ready. I already tiered it. I am still not very good with putting the fragrance oil in there. Sometimes it spills, so I'll try to be steady. So we need 28.1 gram of fragrance oil. Okay, so this is good. Okay. And I'm going to repeat the same process again for measuring the second fragrance oil. Here I put the silicone cup, tier it, the scale, and then pour in the second fragrance oil. And just for fun fact, different fragrance oil have different density. So even if you want the same weight, they don't necessarily have the same volume. So you might see in the measuring cup, some looks more than the other, but they will have the same weight. Alright, I'm gonna pour in the fragrance oil. Still needs more. A little bit more. I just want to be super precise with my fragrance oil weight. Yeah, I'm still not like very good at it by eyeballing, but this looks pretty good. Okay, I think I got it. And then for the sake of time, I already measured the last one. Oh my god, this one smells so good. I'm in love with it. So actually, I did pretty good with measuring the fragrance oil. No spill, barely any spill, so that's good. Next, we're going to move on to the melting process. Here, I got my little stove. You can use kitchen stove, but this one is more portable and I like to use it. And I've been using the double boiler method. I have the pitcher right here, and then I have the pot. The double boiler method is a old-fashioned way of doing it, but it's quite popular. You basically put water into the pot and then you put the pitcher on top of it and then put the wax inside the pitcher. This is a good way to melt your wax because it's going to get you even heat and you're not going to splash the wax in case it has a hot temperature. So here we go, we're going to put the measured wax into the pitcher. Now we're going to put it inside the pot and wait for it to get melted. And patience is the key. I don't have a Presto pot or anything fancy like that, so I've been using this double boiler method and it works. It just takes time. Make sure that you don't put it all the way to high heat, instead doing medium or low, and occasionally checking on your wax. Okay. So the wax has been completely melted, and right now it's around 180, 185? Yeah, 185. So now we can add fragrance oil in. So now I'm stirring and mixing the fragrance oil with the wax. I mean, technically once you pour the fragrance oil in, they will automatically mixing with each other, but like by stirring it, it just help to mix it more evenly. Some people say to use like 2 minutes. I don't really hold that as as a hard fast rule. I just stir it enough that I feel like it's mixed together, especially if you have a small batch like me. They really mix pretty well together. I don't have any issue with it, even if it's less than 2 minutes. Okay, and now I'm going to add some liquid dye. I usually don't do a lot of liquid dye to my wax, but since this is for Valentine's Day, I feel like it should be more colorful. So I'm going to add. So we are almost ready. Right here I'm setting up my clamshell mold. Just make sure that when you do it, there are some space in between each of the clamshell. And then I'm going to check on my wax to see if it's cool enough. I usually pour at a low temperature between 140 to 145. That is a good range for pouring. Okay, so we got 143. So I just finished pouring. This is pretty good. And I'm finishing and cleaning my pitcher with alcohol and wipe. And I repeated the same process for the other 2 wax melts. Here's my finished products. Happy Valentine's Day, guys!